Waking up in the hospital and finding out that you don't remember anything no matter how hard you try is exactly what Sujin felt when she woke up in the hospital's bed. And the only one beside her was her husband. He told her that she had an accident while climbing. And since she remembered nothing, she believed him, and they went home together. Then he started telling her all about her life, and that she doesn't work and he's her only family, and she always dreamed about going to Canada. That's why he's finishing all the papers needed to travel as soon as possible. Sujin felt okay with all of that. And on the next day, her husband went to finish the immigration papers, and she was home alone until the police knocked on her door. They told her that according to the medical report, there were bruises on her body, so she might have been abused by her husband. The pictures were shocking, but she thought it was maybe due to the accident, and she wasn't suspicious of her husband at all. So she told them that she doesn't remember anything, but she's fine for now. And the police left after they gave her their card in case anything happened. Sojin then had a lot of free time, so she decided to go for a walk to ease her mind a bit. And while she was in the elevator, she met a little cute girl. She tried to approach her and smiled at her, but she was surprised to see a vision of this girl's future and that she's going to die in a car accident. So when she saw the girl on the street, she was about to die trying to save her. But fortunately, her husband arrived in time and saved her. And the little girl ran away with her brother and was fine too. And when Sujin told her husband about her vision, he told her that she was hallucinating and there were no kids at all. So she forgot about it until she saw the same kids again, and she had another vision of them. Their apartment will set on fire and their mother will die. And that's exactly what happened later. But again, her husband said there was no such thing, and Sujin was so mad because she was so sure of what she saw, but no one believed her. Until one day, she ran into her friend by accident. And of course, she didn't remember her, but her friend told her that they worked together, and she used to work as an art teacher before the accident, and that she loved her work so much. So Sujin went back home to confront her husband and ask him why he lied. He told her that he hid the truth only for her, and that he knew how much she loved drawing, and he was scared she might not be able to do it again. So he was waiting for the right time. At that time, Sujin believed that she can't trust him anymore. Then one day, she lost all her trust in him. And that's when she met a teenager and saw a vision of her being abused by an old man. So she tried to warn her, but the girl didn't listen. And when Sujin tried to tell her husband, he didn't believe it. She knew that she was the only one to help the girl. So she went to her apartment at night to see if she can help her. And she heard a lot of noise, and then the old man being killed. So she hid and witnessed the most shocking scene when she saw that her husband is the one who killed him and took the body in a bag to get rid of it. So she definitely wanted to leave him, especially after she heard from her friend that her husband used to abuse her. She felt that this was the best time to go to the police. And when she arrived at the police station, her husband followed her there to take her back. It turned out he put a tracker in her phone, saying that he did that to protect her whenever needed. So to get rid of him, she revealed the truth and told them that he murdered an old man in their building and took the police to the apartment where it happened to check for themselves. And they found completely nothing. It was empty. So the police had no choice but to believe the husband and left without doing anything. While Sujin went back home with her husband, he gave her some medicine to calm down and went right after she fell asleep. But she didn't give up, and once she was alone, she ran away. While leaving the place, she saw a man being held by his debtor. And once that man saw Sujin, he recognized her and took her to his apartment in the same building. She didn't have the time to ask who he was, because she saw a vision of him being killed at night and he didn't listen to her warnings. She had to follow him, and once she got there, she called the police. While waiting for them, she saw the man being killed and dragged by her husband, and she was so scared until the police finally arrived, but they didn't find anyone dead. And her husband tried to make her sound delusional, but the police listened to her eventually and searched the place until they found the body and arrested the husband. It turned out that he's not her real husband, he's her brother by adoption, and the man who died is her real husband. Sujin didn't understand why he did all of that, and why he confessed so easily, until she started to see the little girl she saw before. And then she knew that all these visions are not the future of those people, but her past. And that first vision of this little girl was her and her brother by adoption when they lost their mother. And when they were in high school, her father was abusing her, but her brother saved her and killed him. And that was the second vision. And finally, the third vision was when her husband died. She was fighting with her husband and he was about to kill her and take the insurance money to pay his debt. He planned to do that especially after he knew that she was planning to finish the divorce papers and travel to Canada with her brother and leave him. So she killed him before he killed her. And when her brother arrived at the scene, he told her that he would take care of the body. At that time, she felt so guilty because he always gets in trouble for her. So she attempted suicide. But he managed to save her and took her to the hospital. And that's when she lost her memory and her brother acted like her husband to help her forget all the painful memories until they traveled to Canada. But unfortunately, when she remembered everything, she wanted to save her brother, but she was surprised to see her husband still alive in front of her. Apparently, he somehow survived and managed to escape, and the dead body that the police found was actually killed by her husband because he owed him money. At that moment, her husband wanted to kill her. She was able to call the police, and her brother heard the call, so he disguised and ran to her. At that time, her husband injured her and set the house on fire, then left her to die. When her brother got there, he met her husband on the stairs, and while fighting, her husband stabbed him and ran away. But the police arrested him. As for her brother, he resisted a little longer and went to save her, but it was so dangerous and she was about to die. To end it, her brother sacrificed himself to save her. And when she woke up in the hospital, it was so hard for her to know that her brother died, but she decided to achieve their dream and go to Canada to be happy.